Good evening, friends. Today I wanted to talk about how to upgrade your communication skill and from village alone at home. Is it possible to learn English speaking alone at home? Is it possible to learn without a partner? Is it possible to learn English speaking without having good books? Is it possible to learn English speaking without a good teacher? Is it possible to learn English speaking without doing a course? So you have so many queries, so many doubts, and that's why you cannot learn English speaking and you cannot start the process of the learning English speaking. And from my experience, I am telling it that there are so many queries, so many doubts and negative impacts, negative stimulators, negative psychological state of mind that all these things actually engulf you, and all these things are going to affect your intention. For all these things you have so many queries, so many doubts, and for all these doubts and queries and negative impacts, you cannot start the learning process. And you can't establish the faith within yourself that one day you will be going to achieve fluency. So that is the reason, that's why you cannot start your learning process, and you always fear, you are frightened of learning English speaking, but you have the passion and you don't know how to make your dream true. You have the dream, but you don't know how to make your dream true. You have the passion, you don't know how to achieve your passion and how to work on your passion. So that's why you cannot speak well, you cannot learn it, you cannot have the good start of the learning. So if you are affected by these things, so what you need to do in order to start your learning process more properly and in a precise way, how you can start actually. So most of the learners, most of the new aspirants, we often desire to have the better speaking skill, and learners, we start our learning but we cannot proceed in the way of learning. We cannot proceed in the way of learning because we expect the highest result, and we expect the highest result within stipulated time, within certain time. We expect that we will be able to learn it within 6 months. We will be able to learn it. We will be able to learn it within 5 months, 4 months, 3 months. We will be able to learn it within 60 days. So after practicing 60 days, after practicing 4 months, after practicing 6 months, when we don't see our improvement, we become upset, we become disappointed, we become upset and we become disappointed, and that's why we decide to quit our learning process, and we think that no, it is impossible for me to learn. So that's why we cannot progress, we cannot proceed in the way of learning. This is the common scenario of learning, and millions of the learners across the world cannot learn because they expect the highest result within certain time. So this is the problem actually. First of all, you need to realize that learning of English speaking is a big skill. It's a practical skill. It's a lifelong process. It's not inborn talent. It's not like something that you can learn from a book actually. So, and it's not like that anyone can help you to achieve fluency without practicing your speaking. So it's not like that. So learning of English speaking is a practical skill. Unless you can't realize it, unless you do realize it, you will never be able to speak well, you will never be able to achieve this skill. So always remind that. So you need to practice it, and you need to be more determined about your learning process.